My presentation today is on Diane, Gossen, and the Restitution Program. Restitution is a philosophy of discipline that is based on intrinsic motivation. It is created by Diane Gossen and based on William Glasser's control theory principles, including reality therapy and choice theory. Restitution helps students to develop self-discipline and helps teachers to become better managers and mentors, helping people learn to become the student or the teacher that they want to be, even in difficult situations. 3 areas of research formed the basis for development in the Restitution Program. They include studies that showed punishments and rewards were not effective in promoting desirable classroom behavior because they discourage student reflection on personal behavior, as well as stifling development of moral and emotional intelligence, as well as studies that show punishments perpetuate behaviors that they are trying to eliminate, and that the optimal climate for learning is one of challenge and not one of threat. The Restitution Program is founded on 3 basic principles. The first is that we are doing the best that we can at any given moment. The second is that we are internally motivated to satisfy our basic needs, not externally motivated by rewards and consequences. And the third is that all behavior is purposeful. Teachers function as managers of restitution. They help students to work with them to create solutions to problems and help students remain in the group without being isolated. There are 3 steps outlined for teachers to use to help implement the Restitution Program in their classroom. Step 1 is helping a student who has misbehaved to stabilize their identity and providing reassurance and removing fear or anger. An example of implementing this would be to tell the misbehaving student that it is okay to make a mistake and we can solve this problem. Step 2 is helping a student understand that people always do things for a reason, and usually they are doing the best that they know how under the circumstances. An example of implementing this would be to ask the student if they think that they did something because they wanted to feel like they belonged. Did that lead them to doing the misbehavior? Step 3 is encouraging the student to tap into a more ideal picture of behavior. Ask the student to think about the type of person that they want to be and then decide what actions they need to take in order to be that person. Teaching the ideas for restitution self-discipline in schools is based on what is called the least coercive road, a process to help create conditions for students to be honest with themselves and to evaluate the impact of their actions on others. The least coercive road's 4 parts and 8 tools give educators common language to help students move forward towards self-discipline. The first part is opening up the territory, or freedom. The first tool is to ask yourself, does it really matter? Is it affecting students' education? Is it affecting you personally? Is it something that we really should be focusing on? The second is the yes-if strategy, which I will go over further shortly. The second part is social contract or belonging, helping students be the person that they want to be, helping them understand who that person is and how to get there. The fourth is class beliefs, a moral code with which the class should operate on. The third is limits or personal power. This is helped by delineating my job from your job, or the role of a teacher versus the role of a student, or the role of a student versus another student, as well as bottom lines, which are rules sort of to be used as a last resort. The fourth is restitution, creativity, and fun. This includes self-restitution, or asking yourself if you're doing the right thing and then verbalizing that to your students, as well as the Restitution Triangle, which I will go over further. More on the least coercive road. When teachers try to make students do what they don't want to do, they naturally resist. Instead of coercing them to do what we want them to do, we should be prompting them to make the right decisions on their own. A good strategy for doing this is to replace no statements with yes-if statements. So if a teacher If a student says, "Can I go to my locker?" instead of just saying no, say yes. If you wait until after we finish going over the homework, then you may go to your locker. When a problem occurs, a teacher can avoid debates and excuses by redirecting the attention from the problem to the solution by using questions such as, "What is the rule?" and "What is your job?" This is helping the student understand that they should be following the rules and doing what they are responsible for doing, and that they need to be doing these behaviors on their own. The Restitution Triangle provides a framework for remembering the steps involved in using restitution. Each side of the triangle provides a step in the process. Restitution is not linear. Different situations may require you to start in different places on the triangle or to return to the steps more than once. The Restitution Triangle instructs us to first stabilize the student, then to seek the underlying cause for the behavior, to validate the need, and then to say, "I agree, it is important to meet your needs." From here, it is important to address the way actions may be affecting the rest of the class and help students to understand why they need to act a certain way and to promote self-discipline. Thank you for watching my presentation.